I had came across The Secret through watching different YouTube videos, and I was always interested in what the book was about. There were a lot of celebrities, Oprah, um, someone that I watch on YouTube named Infinite Waters talked about it, and some other people as well. And so one day I just decided that I was going to try to look into what this book was about. Reciprocity, the law of attraction. And that's basically what this book is about. It's about the law of attraction. It's just stating that you have to decide what you want, believe that you can have it. You also have to believe that you deserve it, and you have to believe that it's possible. Magnets to the universe, and our thoughts create different scenarios and things that may happen in our lives. I wanted to think about it from a different approach. Are there certain things that we know on a subconscious level that we can never access until we separate ourselves from the day-to-day life of working, trying to hustle, do everything that we're supposed to do, and we actually start to follow our instincts, our natural inclinations, and things that we can't really explain. You could say esoteric knowledge and just ideas. The law of attraction falls under a category of the metaphysics, which means that we can never really know for sure 100% a definitive answer that this works. However, we can relate it to our own lives in the sense lives in the sense that we know that when you're negative, more than likely your day is going to continue to be negative, and that also creates a lot of mistakes because you're frustrated, you're angry, so you may lose things, you may get into an accident. Your mind is already on that track of frustration. Then you also too, because when you say that we're a magnet, you have to kind of think of the idea of a magnet, and opposite poles usually attract and similar poles repel. So when you're talking about quantum physics, saying that we're a magnet, it gets kind of confusing because you're trying to say that this law of attraction is scientifically proven. So there are some philosophers who have a problem with that because there is no way for you to prove a metaphysical idea. Basically, this is an idea. We're all, what would you say? We're elevating. We're getting more educated. We can learn things faster because of the internet. Technology is moving into a 5G frequency, which means everything is going to be that much faster, that much quicker. And so, um, whenever we have so many people becoming enlightened at the same time, that's whenever you have this collective consciousness that creates a sort of boom. And now that's why you have so many people interested in yoga, so many people interested in the law of attraction, the secret, because everybody is starting to join in with that collective consciousness on the same wavelength based on what we are experiencing, how things are going in our world, and what we feel like we can do about them as a community. So with the law of attraction, it states that why would you ever want to believe that just bad things just happen to people just randomly and there's nothing you can do about it? And one day you may be happy as a lark and you're just walking down the street and boom, you get smacked by a truck. Not to be insensitive, but that does happen to some people. And that's the problem with the law of attraction, because it's saying in The Secret that if you're thinking, and billionaires are very adamant that your brain is like a magnet. It brings to you the things that you're thinking about. So, in my own life, I can say that I have experienced where there were years where I was stressed out, I was depressed, and it just seemed like no matter how stressed out I was, more stress, more depression, and more anxiety would come my way because I was already in that wavelength, being in contact with the outside world. So it would be hard for an empiricist or a philosopher to take up the idea that all we have to do is envision certain things coming to us and they're going to come because we put them in our mind, and somehow that means that, hey, it's done, I put it up there. And to me, that's kind of how The Secret was talking about things. Like, oh, well, all you have to do is just envision your car and keep telling yourself over and over again, I can afford that, I can afford that. And I'm just walking down the street thinking to myself, when I see a Tesla, I know that I cannot afford that. I do not have the amount of money that it takes to buy a Tesla in my bank account right now. But that's besides the point. The law of attraction says that there are an infinite amount of possibilities in this universe. So all you have to do is choose which possibility that you want to see come into fruition. And if you focus on that and you think about that, but you don't stress about it not happening, you 100% believe that that is going to come into fruition, then your body will naturally start to vibrate at the level that you would be vibrating if those things were actually in your life at this moment. Whenever we're sad, we have an energy that we're putting out. Whenever we're happy, we have an energy that we're putting out. Whenever we're lacking something, whenever we feel desperate, whenever we feel needy. That's why a lot of times in dating, whenever you're trying to woo a partner, you may push them away because they can sense that you're being needy, or they can sense that you're being too, like your energy is too focused on them. And with quantum physics, that would make sense because now we're starting to repel each other. We're charges and we're starting to repel each other because you keep putting this energy towards me and I'm just bouncing off. I'm just repelling you. But another way to think of it too is that whenever you want something, you are going to be focused on that thing. But if you are not doing daily steps and taking daily activities and projects and doing research and talking to people, if you're not doing that, you're going to feel this lack in your heart. You're going to feel this stress, this anxiety. You're going to feel depression because you feel like there's something out there that you should be doing that you're not doing. Like, you're going to start to build resentment. And resentment is a lower frequency than joy, than happiness, than bliss. So if you are on the frequency of resentment, you're not going to bring anything to you but the things in the universe that are also on that low level frequency, which is not that much money, not that much. There's a lot of things that are on that frequency that you wouldn't want to come into your life. But since you are lacking, since you are angry, that's what you're attracting. But if you're happy, you're working on your goals every day, you're exercising, you're putting out this positive energy 24/7, so you keep pulling positive things to you because that's the messages that you're sending out. So any possibility of a life that you feel that you want to have in the future, that exists out there in the universe as a possibility that it could happen, no matter what it is. So Rhonda Byrne and the people who speak in that story in the book, The Secret, they're trying to get you to understand that all you need to do is focus on manifesting the greatest happiness that you imagine in your life, whatever. If you are always happy, if you are always in joy and bliss and gratitude, always thanking the universe for everything that you have, you're going to be a lot farther at the end of the year than someone who spent their whole year in fear, stressed out, afraid, worried, resentful, mad, angry. Because whenever you feel those lower level vibrations, that's whenever you are taking yourself out of it. You're taking your own responsibility out of it. And you're feeling as though you're being wronged. You're feeling as though you are being attacked or something is happening to you that's unfair. Or you're not respecting the fact that the universe has balance. And just because you're down right now doesn't mean that you're always going to be that way. Even though if I had to write a paper about this, I would have some different ideas, which I will go into in the future. If you're interested in seeing some more videos about The Secret, because this is a really useful technique, even if it's not scientifically proven. If you are always thinking positive and you are always focused on the things that you want to bring into your life, you are going to feel better. That's just the bottom line. It doesn't matter if some scientists can prove that our brains are magnets. We know that there's a physical reaction that our body has to stress, to anxiety, to worry, and to everything else. And that begins in your mind. Every single thing begins within your mind. We accept all these transmissions, these radio signals, and we can't see them, but we feel them. For instance, have you ever walked into a room where there was a TV on, but it was the static channel, and even though the volume was low, you could still feel that little buzz of like energy? So guys, I had enough of this for today. I will see you back tomorrow. Please subscribe to my channel because I will be posting videos every single day